This is Chicho. What I wanted to do in this video was show you a couple of tricks that I've learned of how to learn your multiplication table. A couple of hand tricks anyway. Now the first one is a trick that I've known for a long time, and it works for multiplying 9 by any single digit number. And the second trick is something that I just learned like a couple of weeks ago from a student that helps you remember how to multiply 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 together. Okay, now the first trick is pretty simple. It's really easy. It's a trick that I've had in my toolbox for a very long time. What you end up doing is, if you hold up both your hands like this, what you do is, starting from your pinky, either this one or this one. I'm right-handed, so I start with my right hand. So what you do is, you take your pinky, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and those are your 10-digit numbers, right? Your 10 fingers. And if you want to multiply any of these numbers with 9, what you end up doing is going down the row. So let's say we want to multiply 3 times 9, right? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. You pull down the third finger, right? And 3 times 9 is 27, right? If you're looking at it first person, it comes out as 2 and a 7, which is 27, right? And this works for all 10 numbers. So let's say we want to multiply 5 times 9, right? We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We pull this one back. 5 times 9 is 45, right? It's pretty simple, pretty cute, and really easy to do, and everyone picks it up right away. Okay, now this trick has been in my toolbox for a long time, and whenever someone is having a hard time with multiplication, or if I want to do a little light bit of teaching, I just show them this little trick, and it lightens things up, and go ahead and go more intense stuff. Now, I was teaching a student a couple of weeks ago, and his younger brother's in grade 5, and he's very inquisitive, he wants to learn as fast as he can. It's incredible to feed information to, right? Same with the brother. They're very inquisitive, inquisitive brothers. And what he ended up doing, he kept on coming up to me and asking me to teach him mathematics, and I usually don't start with at grade 5, because they're a little bit too young for me to teach, because I like to teach at a fairly fast pace, and I like to get into functions, get into applied mathematics, if we want to call it that, as fast as possible. So the only thing I could really teach him was really simple stuff, and I basically taught him this multiplication table using your hands to multiply any one single digit number with, well, 10 as well, but any single digit number with 9. And he really liked it, and he right away asked me, is there any other tricks? I said, I told him I don't know any other tricks, right? And I all of a sudden, right away, I sort of said, you know what, here's your homework. Find me another trick, find me another multiplication trick that you can find, and next time I see you, teach it to me. And that's exactly what he ended up doing, and he showed me a trick that I've never seen before, and it's pretty complicated, and it took me a couple of times when he was showing it to me to figure it out. I was like, wow, that's really impressive. And that's what I'm going to teach you right now. Okay, now you hold out your hands. Again, it's the same thing. You hold out your hands, and what you do is, instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, right, you hold out your hands, and you take your thumbs, and you call this 6, and the next one is 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So this trick helps you multiply 6 all the way up to 10. And what you do is, let's say you want to multiply 6 times 8, right? So either hand, you pick the number 6, and on the other hand, you go to the number 8, right? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So I'm going to take 6 and connect it up with number 8, right? And if you're looking at it first person perspective, it might make more sense to you, right? So 6 times 8, and what you do now is, every finger, including the 2 that are touching, before where you're connecting and up to connecting, you count that as tens, right? So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, right? So That's 40 you have right there. The rest of the numbers that are left, and the rest of your fingers that are left, you multiply them together. 2 times 4 is 8. So we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 48. That's what 6 times 8 is. So let's try another number, or a couple of other numbers anyway. Let's take our numbers. So we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go 10 times 10. That's easy. 10 times 10, you touch the two tens together. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, right? 10 times 9. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Easy. Let's go 8 times 8. So you take both 8s, right? 6, 7, 8. You touch them together. 8 times 8 is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60, and there are two numbers left, right? Two digits left. You multiply them together. 2 times 2 is 4. So 64. That's what 8 times 8 is. And believe it or not, and this blew me, and I went through all the combinations just to make sure it works, and it does work. 7 times 9. Let's go 7 times 9. 6, 7. So I'm going to take 7 from this side. 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So 7 times 9. This is 10 if you're looking at first person. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, right? So that's 60. 3, there's 3 and 1 left. 3 times 1 is 3. 7 times 9 is 63. Let's go another two numbers, right? Let's go 7 times 8. That's two numbers multiplied together that I found that people have a hard time with remembering. 7 times 8. So we're going to go 7 times 8. So you connect them up. So we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 3 times 2 is 6. 56. That's what 7 times 8 is, right? The weirdest combination for this hand multiplication is 6 times 6. Now you take 6 and you take 6 and you connect them up, right? So 6, this is 10 and this is 10, so that's 20. And then you have 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So 20 plus 16, 36. And it works for 6 times 6 even. So it's a brilliant little trick, and it covers usually the numbers that people have the hardest times remembering what the numbers are from 6 to 10, or from 6 to 9 anyway. Okay, and those are the only two hand tricks that I know of, you know, tricks that you can use to learn your multiplication table. And at a certain point, if you do enough of this, you will learn your multiplication table, and it's a pretty important thing to know. It's basically the basis of sort of where you have to start, because multiplication is an extension of addition, right? So if you don't know how to multiply, you're stuck with addition and subtraction, right? And from there, that's basically us dealing the first basically 2, or you can call it 4 different operations we do with the real number set, with numbers that we encounter. Okay, and that's it. Those are the two little hand tricks that I know of how to use multiplication, and two tools in my toolbox now. Okay, and I thought I'd share it with you guys, and thought you might like. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. What you do is you start off with your thumbs as being 6, and you go 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So if you want to, for example, multiply 7 times 8, so you take one hand and you go to 7, you go 6, 7. You take the other hand and you go to 8, you go 6, 7, 8. You touch the 7 and the 8 together, and then the way it works is all the numbers from the touching, from your two fingers touching and back, including the two fingers that are touching, you count those as tens. So this becomes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? The numbers after the two fingers that you've touched, what you end up doing is you multiply these two numbers together, and there's 2 left on this finger and 3 left on this one. So 2 times 3 is 6. So 7 times 8 is 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 2 times 3 is 6, 56, right? And this works for all the numbers from 6 to 10 multiplied together. So what we're going to do right now is just go through and confirm that that's the case, right?